Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to your 2016 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. I just wanted to take a moment here at the beginning of the new year and thank all of you for liking, sharing, and subscribing my videos. I really do appreciate that. For those of you who have gotten a reading with me, a private session, thank you so much for choosing me to take a look at your future for you. And to my regulars, I want to give a special shout out. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to talk with you throughout every year, heading into my third year that I've been doing this. So if you like what you see, if you do like the videos here, please do subscribe. You can just click the button here in the video or below the video to do that, and then you will get an update whenever I do post a new video. It'll come to your inbox there on YouTube. I do the yearly overview, but then I also do monthly readings every month and get those posted about the last week of every month. So if you would like to get a notice when I upload a new video, definitely subscribe. I do appreciate that. I do also offer private sessions because these are general readings. What that means is that not all of these messages will apply specifically to you, but they will be for other people of your astrological sign. So I do recommend you watch the video for your rising sign as well, because that will also contain some messages for you, and it may clarify some things in your general sun sign reading. The only way to get a reading that is all about you, though, and where all of the messages are for you, is to schedule a private session with me. I do those on Skype only. But it's a very easy program. It's free to download. It's very easy to access. They are $65 for 30 minutes. And if you want to set up an appointment, you can contact me at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. You will also find the email here in the video or below the video. Just email me and we'll get that set up. January can be a great time to do that. We can take a look at 2016 and what that's going to hold for you personally. Please do keep in mind I am very busy usually in January, though, so it may take me a few days to get back to you. That just means there are some people ahead of you that I need to get scheduled first. I answer all messages in the order they are received. So I do also offer a rune class, an online rune class, a few times a year. I will be offering that twice this year. So the first one is going to be February 1st through March 11th. And it's $185 for the entire 6-week course if you would like to sign up for this first session. The deadline to do so will be Thursday, January 28th by 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So again, just email me at that same email address if you want to sign up for that and learn how to read the runes for yourself and others. But now, without further ado, let's get on to your 2016 reading. Welcome to your 2016 reading. With me, Cancer. I have gone ahead and laid out the tarot cards. They wanted to go first with you. And I cast the runes in the essence of saving time. The tarot is going to cover January through June, and then the runes will be covering July through December of 2016. So, let's jump right in. In the position of focus or challenge, for the first 6 months, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So, and this position sometimes just means an energy that will weave in and out of the time frame we're talking about. So in this position, the first 6 months, you may be waiting on a decision regarding finances. You may be waiting to hear back from a job. You may be looking for a job. You may find that finding the right position is difficult the first part of the year. You may find that, you know, there aren't a lot of opportunities, or you're just maybe not getting them quickly enough. This can mean disappointing news regarding finances, regarding job, regarding increasing your money. Now, this can also manifest as a person sometimes for some of you. Again, this is general reading. So for some of you, it could just be the general energy, a bit of a slowdown or delay around financial issues, or you know, a slowdown in the money that you're bringing in, or it could be a person for some of you. Now, Knight of Pentacles would be probably someone in their late teens, early to mid 20s, somewhere around in there. So for some of you, this could be your son, it could be a younger sibling, a nephew, normally associated with the earth signs, so Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or somebody with those traits. In the reverse, this is somebody who can be a taker, especially when it comes to money. So if this is your kid and he's in college, it could be like, oh, I need money for this, I need money for that. It could be a real drain on your finances. These people can, in the reverse, it's somebody that you would perceive, Cancer, as being selfish, only thinking of him or herself. Does not have to be a male in these general readings. And just kind of taking. This can be a very possessive or jealous person as well. So if this is someone who is a romantic interest for you, Cancer, or someone you're involved with in that way, it can be somebody who is very, jealous if you're talking to other people. Sometimes maybe jealous of people they shouldn't be jealous of, like family or friends. It may be getting a little weird or sketchy. And, you know, you may have to make a decision about that if that's the way that this is manifesting. But yeah, it could be that this is just somebody who is actually away from home. I'm getting, for some of you, a kid at college or someone away at college who, you know, keeps asking for more money, and you're like, hey, you know, you're going to have to do without. Maybe you should get a job. Maybe you should get a part-time job. Take care of your damn self for a minute. Pardon my language. I don't normally curse on these, but, you know, I'm going to go with it. It was coming as spirit. That's my excuse. I did hear that word in my head, but it was probably just me. Now, you do also have Page of Rods energy coming up in reverse. So if this is not a child, which it could be for some of you, a fire sign child, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, or a very immature adult, someone acting like a selfish child. Some of you may be dealing with behavioral things with a child. You may be trying to find out what's up. Sometimes this card in reverse can denote hyperactivity, a child who's very active and needs a way to channel that energy. Maybe through sports, that sort of thing. But for right now, until that kind of area or that way of kind of channeling this energy is figured out, this child could prove to be just very a disruptive child. Maybe a lot of fits, acting out, crying, very emotional, that sort of thing. So you may be kind of dealing with that in the first 6 months too. For many of you, maybe this child, you know, starts acting out at school. Or, you know, maybe something changes about their day-to-day routine and they start acting out. So, I feel like for many of you, younger people are going to be taking your attention first 6 months of the year. Now the help that's going to be available to you, you have the Justice card, coming up. So that means that balance will be restored. Whatever is off balance, whether it's finances, whether it's kids being kind of a pain in your neck, you know, it is going to balance out. You know, it's not going to stay that way. You're going to find a solution. You're going to make a decision. You're going to figure out a way to make things right or manageable. And for some of you, someone else may be making this decision. When justice comes up, we can be talking about the legal system in the most mundane meaning of the card. So it could be maybe this is your ex and you're maybe dealing with custody issues over a child, and maybe the child comes back from your ex's house acting out. And, you know, maybe they're not being made to mind, or you know, he or she is not being made to mind or follow any rules at the other parent's house. And, you know, or maybe they don't want to go to the other parent's house. And, you know, there could be a situation for those of you who are going through the legal system waiting for something to be settled regarding children, for something to be settled regarding a payout that you're waiting on. It will be fair, the decision. That's all justice really says here, but it's coming up in the help position for you. So Cancer, for those of you who have had the right intentions, you've been, you know, you've been concerned about your kid, you're fighting the good fight. This decision is going to be very, you're going to be very happy about this decision. And so any of you, yeah, waiting on a case to finalize, trying to get a divorce or custody situation finalized, waiting on a payout, I do feel like the first part of the year, many of you will be getting that. And for what can't be changed the first half of the year, there's a very collaborative spirit around the first six months, Cancer. And that's kind of your energy generally anyway. You're willing to work with people until you're afraid maybe for someone's welfare or concerned for someone's welfare. So, I mean, you will exhaust all other options before maybe, you know, taking it to the legal system or taking it, you know, to that level. But yeah, with the Three of Pentacles, like maybe you've already exhausted those options, and now that's why you had to go this route. But I feel like for many of you, this is a situation that's been going on. You've been waiting on someone to get their act together, waiting on someone to stop behaving like a child, waiting on someone to step up and be a grown-up. You know, moving into 2016, you're still waiting on this. And you're ready to work together. You're ready to collaborate. You're ready to try to repair, you know, whatever has been broken. And it may involve 3 people, you and 2 others. So this could be maybe you, your ex, and a child, or, you know, maybe you have 3 children, or, you know, that kind of a situation. It could involve 3 people. Maybe more, but maybe that's the focus for you. I do feel like some of you may be collaborating also on a project for the first 6 months, maybe a creative project, or working with others on something that you're quite excited about and that you're actually going to do very well at. So yeah, it could be a new project that comes up at the start of the year, and you'll be working on very intensely for the first half of the year, but you'll have help from others, and I think you'll get along very well. It does seem to be a team effort. So if collaborations with others in the past have been more difficult, I feel like your approach is going to change, or maybe the people you're working with will change. There's something different in it, and it's actually going to benefit you and the project. Or maybe it's something you're more interested in. Maybe that's just it. It's like, I really am passionate about this. So I'm going to work on this, and I'm going to kind of throw everything I have into it. I feel like for some of you, this is an escape from all of this other stuff going on the first 6 months of the year. It gets your mind off of things, or maybe it even helps you kind of express things, feelings or emotions that you feel are bottled up. Now we also have the Six of Swords in reverse. So those of you who were planning to move or make a shift or change the first 6 months, you may find that a little frustrating. Maybe you had a vacation and you decide because the money's not there, we'll put that off until the end of the year, or maybe you're having trouble finding a new place to live, or the place that you did find you can't afford. There's something to do with, we wanted to go, we wanted to leave, I wanted to do this, but now I can't. For some of you, maybe you wanted to change jobs, leave a job, but now you get this new project and you're like, well, I kind of want to work on this. I kind of want to work on this. So this is not necessarily a disappointment, but for many of you, and some of you, this could be related. All of these selfish people, this custody stuff, whatever this is, maybe you wanted to leave that behind, but you're still wrapping things up by the time you get to June, and you haven't been able to fully kind of put it past you. Maybe there's one more hearing. The decision has come down, but maybe there's one more court date, or there's one more thing now we have to hammer out, or now that this custody issue is settled, or the financial issue is settled, now we have to deal with custody, or now we have to deal with these other loose ends. So there's something that's still kind of hanging on in June that you really, really, really want to get out of, whether it's a house, a situation, a job. But I feel like there's a good reason. There's a good reason. You're being logical about it. It's a good decision. It's just disappointing maybe that you can't do something in the time frame that you wanted to do it. Moving on to the runes in the second part of the year, we're going to look at July through December with these. And the focus here, or challenge / focus. So this energy, again, maybe weaving in and out. It may be something that you find you're dealing with throughout the second part of the year is feeling vulnerable to manipulation because you care about someone. How's that for succinct? That came directly. So yeah, there may be someone that you love, that you care about. It could be anyone, a family member, a friend, partner, that you care about, who uses your feelings for him or her to manipulate you and or make you feel like, you know, this could give you low self-esteem. It could make you feel like, you know, you're not qualified to make these decisions. I'm going to make these decisions. Or, you know, and for many of you, this could be a female or a more feminine male. Again, general reading, could be either, but we've got this, this woman coming up who may come in as a friend, may come in as a good influence, or maybe did originally. This could be somebody coming back that maybe you had a falling out with and they're saying they want to fix it up. Don't believe it, especially if it's a woman. Again, you may feel like you need to, feel like you have to because of your feelings, you know, for someone. You're going to regret it if you do that. If you have closed the door on someone who is a negative influence, I would keep it closed because they haven't changed and it's going to devolve or kind of go, it's going to end the same way. So just keep that in mind. For many of you, particularly the second half of the year, don't make yourself vulnerable or be open to people who don't deserve your vulnerability or openness. And be really aware when someone's trying to use you to get what they want. And sometimes people do this in very subtle ways. It's not always like a very, you know, it's not always like black and white. Sometimes it is very... and we don't even think about it sometimes, maybe because we care about someone so much. It's just kind of like, oh, if they want this, I'll go along with it. But at the same time, or, you know, if they like this person, I'll like this person too. But at the same time, you know, you got to listen to your own intuition, listen to your own brain. No, I don't want to do that. You know, maybe you do and it would benefit you, sure. But I'm going to be the one, you know, not digging it. So voice your opinions, particularly second half of the year. I think you're going to have to, Cancer, and this is, I know confrontation is not your favorite thing, Cancer. You'll do a lot to kind of like Pisces, you'll do a lot to avoid confrontation, and then just sulk about it later. But, you know, and then it's like, are you mad? Are you mad? You'll have people asking you, are you mad? No, forget it, whatever. Don't tell me you don't do it, Cancer. I've seen it. Anyway, yeah, I feel like you need to voice those opinions. Who cares if it's going to start an argument? Maybe it needs to start an argument. I feel like somebody's just used to you catering to whatever they want and giving into whatever they want, or they know that they can, you know, use you or treat you in a certain way, and you'll always be there. Now, this could be anywhere: on the job, family, in a relationship, you know, someone kind of taking you for granted and just kind of like, okay, it's always my way. I always get my way. But this year, I think, Cancer, and I think you're going to feel motivated because there's something you really feel strongly against that someone wants to do, or that someone's trying to talk you into or draw you into. So, there are some battles that need to be fought, Cancer. There's just no way around it. It's part of life. And I feel like fighting for it is your path to joy the second part of the year. Now, for many of you, this may have something to do with family, with a domestic situation, with real estate or property. There's something to where you may feel like... you know, no, that's, maybe you just walk in and maybe your partner thinks a place is perfect and you're like, I don't like it. You're not feeling it. You're not feeling it. It doesn't feel like home to you. You need to wait for the place where, it feels like home for both of you. And if it's your partner that's saying it's home, but you're not feeling it, you need to tell your partner, no, I'm not feeling it. We need to keep looking. We need to wait until we both feel like, hey, I can't not live here. Because that's the way it should be when you are spending so much money to purchase something as big as a house. I mean, that's a 30-year thing if you're doing a mortgage. So, you want to make sure that you're not settling for, okay, well, this might work for a few years. No, this needs to be, you need to be able to grow in this in this situation. And don't let a realtor, or, you know, if you've got a female realtor in particular, don't let someone talk you into something just because it's a great deal. It's like, well, yeah, it's a great deal, but I don't like it. It better be a great deal. You know, you don't, no matter how great the deal, if you're not feeling it, it's not the right place for you. You'll definitely know. I do see you moving the second part of the year, Cancer. You got 2 moving rooms. And I really feel like if you wait and fight this battle and say, no, I don't want to live here. I want to find something better. I want to find the place, you know, that speaks to me. It's a wonderful new beginning creatively for you. Because I feel like you'll just have so much fun, maybe picking things out, decorating this home, decorating this place. You know, for many of you, this may be an inheritance that a home that you inherit, property that you inherit, something coming through a will that someone left to you, and maybe someone's trying to take it away from you or trying to be sneaky about it. Maybe that's how this works out for some of you. But you stand up to this person, and then, you know, you're able to move with the money. You are able to fix up this property that you inherited, that sort of thing. But I really, really see those of you that it's just a new home that you're purchasing. I see that you fall in love with it, many of you, because of the creative space that you will have, or what you're seeing as you walk through. Oh, I could do this, and the ideas that are coming to you. There may be one room in particular that would be, you know, kind of yours, and you're in love with it. It's the perfect space for you, and you're going to be so glad that you fought this battle and waited to find this space. So if you are watching this at any point in 2016, Cancer, you're looking for a new home, you're looking for property, and you haven't found one yet that you're just in love with, wait until you do, because there's one out there. I'm telling you, the perfect place is out there. And you will know it as soon as you see particularly one room. I see travel also second part of the year. So some of you may be traveling, taking quite a big trip in the second part of 2016, and it is for pleasure for most of you, definitely for pleasure. Lots of fun to be had. And I feel like for many of you, this is a new place. This is a place you've never visited before. You may go somewhere that you know, regularly go, but I feel like this is a longer trip, maybe even longer distance, and you're just really, really gonna love it there. And it may inspire you creatively in some way, Cancer, you may see something there. Maybe you see a style of home there, and you come back and you're like, oh, I want a house that has these accoutrements, or that has you know, is this style. Whatever you want, second part of the year, Cancer, looks really, really great. I feel like you're gonna also have a goal that you're going after. And for many of you, the goal is just joy, having fun, enjoying life, doing things you enjoy with people that you like, and, you know, doing work that you enjoy. Now, some of you, those of you looking for a new job, could be finding one that is more creative, but also allows you to travel. And, you know, travel to new places, and at the same time, I'm seeing some of you out there that are photographers. They're showing me a camera, and somebody's snipping pictures out there. So some of you may be doing that, and commissioned to be, you know, shooting photos, for a new gig. And getting, you know, travel photography, getting to travel and go around, and I feel like even if you are on assignment, like you have to go shoot certain things, you'll have plenty of time to explore and enjoy the locations you go to, usually. So that's fantastic. Those of you who are looking for love, it's on second part of the year, really. You definitely can, because you've got, I feel like you'll be very focused on that. Whatever it is you're focused on, whether it's, you know, a new house, a new love, you know, a new creative project, it's something that's going to bring you great joy. You will put a lot of effort into achieving whatever this is, but it will be worth it. It's going to bring you great joy for many, many years. I feel like this extends far beyond 2016. And I think you're going to end the year in a much happier place than you start. So yeah, the first 6 months may be a bit more frustrating, Cancer, but still it's kind of pushing you to kind of get out of your comfort zone a little bit, and you know, call people on their bad behavior, recognize the bad behavior, put a stop to it, assert yourself, and get what you want. Because you can't have what you want, Cancer, in 2016, but you're going to have to go for it. And you're going to have to put some people in their place to do it. Or you're going to have to tell them no. Just one word. 2 little letters, N-O. You may love this place. You may love, you may want to do this. I don't. Or you may want to reconcile. I don't. I'm not interested. Until you apologize, or until, or until you change who you are and stop using me for your own gain. Stop treating me badly or taking advantage of me in some way. But I see you ending next year on a very happy note. Cancer, I think you're going to be very particularly happy with home and family. There's a strong domestic feeling to the end of the year that's very, very positive. So that is what I see, Cancer. 2016, again, first 6 months maybe a little, off and on frustrating. But in the second part of the year, you're really going to be sailing and quite enjoying yourself. So good luck with 2016. Happy New Year again, and I'll see you back here in February.